So very controversial and infamous streamer Jack Doherty has found himself in a world of trouble over the past couple of days. Now you might know Jack Doherty for his really annoying streams, his rude behaviour, or the times where he's walked around with loads of security and just harassed random people.
We got out of there, motherfucker! Let's go!
Watch your language, there's kids around here.
I didn't say any curse words. What'd I say?
Just watch your language.
What'd I say?
You got a stupid shirt on over there.
Yeah. Your kids can't read, though. Your kids can't read, can they?
You know, he's just a self-absolved, arrogant guy who thinks the world owes him something and he needs to prove a point to everybody he meets. You know, he's just the average kick streamer. You know, look at someone like Neon, he's exactly the same as this guy. But they're irresponsible, reckless, and they don't often face the consequences of their own actions. But here we're seeing something a lot different in a very, very ridiculous and dumb situation. So let's set the scene a little bit. You're Jack Doherty, one of the most successful streamers on Kick at the moment, and you're in your very pompous sports car, you know, driving recklessly, and you're on your phone whilst you're driving in the rain. And what do you think happened? Well, of course, this happened. Unfortunately, the majority of this clip is copyrighted due to the music he plays in the stream. You know, streaming on Kick, you know, you can basically do anything on that platform apart from go on your phone in the rain and, you know, crash your vehicle.
Oh! No!
Oh, fuck.
No, watch out!
And you know, whilst I don't wish harm upon anybody, including Jack Doherty and the people he was with whatsoever, and I hope they're okay, I hope they haven't suffered any injuries, and I hope they're safe, you were texting whilst driving. What did you think was going to happen? It's natural selection at that point. You know, you're streaming, kids are watching you, you're driving in the rain, you know, road safety, and you think it's sensible not to only drive at a very fast speed and overtake people, but also go on your phone. That's an accident just waiting to happen, and Jack Doherty's reaction to this isn't like, okay, let's make sure the people I was with are fine, safe, my camera guy, make sure he's fine, safe, secure. No, it's, you know, shove the camera back on him and say, come on, film, this is great clips.
Michael. Are you okay? Holy fuck. Oh my god, bro. My whole... Bro, my fucking car, bro. No fucking way.
Jack says no way, like he doesn't understand that texting whilst driving and speeding in the rain isn't, you know, illegal and wouldn't cause a crash like this. You know, not only have you put your own life in risk, but the camera guy in risk, but you've also just put others around you at risk. You're driving in the rain, you know, be sensible and cautious, and maybe just don't go on your phone. Love his reaction, apart from, you know, saying to the guy, oh yeah, you okay? He mainly just cares about his car, not the fact that, you know, he could have costed other people's lives. The fact that, you know, he's damaged his sports car. I don't know, just to me and any normal person, it just doesn't seem like his priorities are really there.
Oh my gosh. There's no... Michael, here. Michael, do you have film on that phone too?
I do love Jack Doherty's energy here, right? You know, you've just crashed. What can we do? We can gain lots of views off this. So pull out the other camera, give the camera to the camera guy that, you know, looks like he suffered a pretty serious head injury, you know, but we don't care. Let's give him the camera and let's get as many angles on this as possible. It's like he doesn't even care that he's caused a crash or that he could have received a serious injury. He's more concerned about, okay, let's get this down for content. It's one thing just being a rude and arrogant guy and doing what Jack Doherty did in the past, which is still heavily criticizable. And then there's just this. This is just a different league. People always talk about how you've got a duty to your audience, and I sometimes think that point's a bit redundant, but you've got a duty to your audience here. You were texting whilst driving, and instead of immediately going, okay, that was my fault, you're going, let's get our cameras straight on this, and let's try and monetize off of this as quick as possible.
Oh my god. Else you need me to get out of the car? Do you want to take that shit so he doesn't have to?
I love how it isn't Jack Doherty here which takes the camera off his camera guy, you know, saying, okay, you're injured, right? Let me take this, you know, I appreciate you, even when you're injured, still filming content for me. It's just this other guy, I don't know if this is a friend of Jack, I'm assuming it is, who's, you know, gone, okay, can we not get this guy to film? He's injured, I will take over from here. It's not even Jack, he just seems, you know, phased out. I know he's just been involved in a crash, but, you know, he seemed enough and aware to, you know, get another camera out. It's not like he's shell-shocked from this whole event because, you know, he's been focused on content. He's been focused on filming this and trying to get monetary gains off this.
Wait, let him have that. Let him have that. And then McKinley, can you just... I think you're...
Yeah.
I love this, I really do, right? Because he's still even more concerned about the cameras and what's being filmed and what angles he's got. It reminds me of David Dobrik with the whole crane thing. Like, that's what it's giving me here. This just shows what kind of guy Jack Doherty is. He isn't a good friend, he isn't a good employer, he just cares about himself and what's gonna go viral online. I mean, one of the first things him and his team did was clip this up and put it on one of his YouTube channels as a YouTube short.
Oh my god, bro, I can't believe this is happening. Oh my... Michael, I just totaled my McLaren, bro. I just totaled my car.
Let's see the conversation with Jack and his team here. You know, right, okay, clip this up, get the sad music going, you know, bleep my swear words because we want this fully monetized and we want this to get pushed everywhere. You know, I can't even just blame the crash for how he's acting, you know, it might have changed him. No, this is just Jack Doherty in general. His priorities are everywhere that's about him.
Yeah, we're fine, but dude, my car. What do I do? I was driving and my tires just slipped and I lost control and landed here. I was all the way to the left side and I just went there and then I don't know what happened, I just lost control and then I was going here.
I do love what that clip highlights though, as he's saying, you know, I don't know what happened, you know, I just slipped, I just don't know, I can't possibly recall. When he just doesn't want to admit the fact he was on his phone, overtaking and speeding in the rain. Like, you know, that's the thing that's happened here, and you've got it on record. You can't just say you didn't know. Like, I'm not saying he's not in a state of shock at all, but you clearly know what you were doing, right? You clearly know enough to, you know, get all the cameras rolling on the specific parts that you want it to be rolling on. So surely you remember the fact you were on your phone whilst driving in the rain. Surely that's not something you're going to forget if you can remember to, you know, get all the camera angles on the right bit of the car. The one thing I find really funny and ironic within this situation is, you know, Jack Doherty is completely focused on monetary gain here, the views and the stuff he can get from this thing, and you know, this event and what he's done has caused him to be banned permanently on Kick, it seems. I completely agree with Kick's decision here to do this. Jack Doherty endangered his life, his cameraman's life, and then just didn't care about his cameraman after. Like, look at this screenshot of him and like everyone else in a huddle while the cameraman's just there filming. Whilst I was actually looking for Jack Doherty's response to all the criticism towards this, because yes, he has indeed responded and it's hilarious, I did find something that solidifies my point about Jack Doherty being self-centered, you know, even further. As his friend is getting stitches for the injury he received due to Jack Doherty's incident, you know, he's just filming him. And then when he made a tweet about it as well, underneath he's promoting his socials. If I ever do endanger anybody like this in a crash and it's caught on camera, you know, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to promote my merchandise. But Jack Doherty did in fact respond to all the criticism about him not caring about his friend and his actions, and I think his response is disgusting and pretty laughable. Everyone thinks I didn't care about my friend after the accident. We immediately realized we were both okay and our only goal was to get out of the car that was full of smoke. You guys are acting like he was put in a coma or something. I knew immediately he was good and that there were no serious injuries. We were both just in shock and there was so much going on to think about, it was just crazy. Also, I wasn't on my phone when the accident happened and I wasn't speeding. I mean, you were, and you were. There's video proof of it because you filmed it yourself. You filmed yourself committing that crime right before the accident. That's what happened. And how do you know that your friend didn't have a serious injury? Just because you can't see one physically on him doesn't mean that he didn't do something internally. He's just completely trying to save face and I've got no sympathy for him. Lesson of today's video, of course, is, you know, subscribe, leave a like and all that good stuff, but maybe whilst you're driving in the rain, don't speed and don't go on your phone.